the deed was done. Okay, so I was 15 at the time, he was 15 at the time. He was a freshman in high school, I was a sophomore in high school. I like him young, can't help it. That's just how I've always been. I like younger guys. Not by much younger though, just like within a year young, but still. We met at the very first home game for our football team, and it was very sweet. It was just really cute, and we exchanged numbers, and it was nice. And then the very next night we went on our first date, and it was really kind of one of those sweet romantic things. You know, we had our kiss under the stars and just like sat under the stars and talked and blah 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 blah. Anyways, but after like 2 weeks of us being together, the homecoming game starts coming around, and oh my god. So he ends up meeting another girl at the homecoming game and is talking to her during that entire weekend. And then that Monday, because, you know, football games always fall on a Friday, so he talked to her during that entire weekend and then sent me a text message that Monday morning as I'm getting off the bus going into the school to go see him, and all I get is a text and saying it's over. And I'm all like distraught and confused, don't know why he wouldn't talk to me and explain it to me. A couple days later I found out that it was because he met another girl. But that relationship did not last long. It lasted like maybe a couple weeks, give or take. And they broke up, and I took him back because I believe in second chances. So I was like, okay, we can forgive, forget, and put this behind us. Just don't do it again, and let's make our relationship better and stronger. So I gave him another chance. And there was nothing wrong with giving second chances, even in situations like this. However, I guess it gave him the impression that as long as he apologizes over and over and tries to make it up to me, that he can do it again and get away with it and, you know, get me back even after he leaves me for another girl and it doesn't work out between them, that I'll just take him back and we can just keep going over that and over and over that. Second chances, nothing wrong with that. Third chances, ladies, don't ever take a guy back. If he leaves you for another girl or cheats on you for the third time, okay, second chances are okay. Third chances are a big no. Obviously, there's something not quite right there. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself in that situation, because then it kept happening over and over and over again, and it happened several times throughout the entire time we were together. So we were mostly on for the most part, but it was an on and off relationship. And here it comes, I think it was like April something, and I'm 16 at the time, he's still 15 because I'm 7 months older than him. And me, I've always believed, you know, wait till you're 16 to have sex. I made myself wait till I was 16 because I thought, you know, that was an appropriate and early enough age to do it. So that's what I did. And so we did that. It was very sweet, very romantic, you know. We went out into a flower field, had a picnic, and boom, it happened right there. Ladies, because I have already had questions, yes, it does hurt. It hurts you, and boys, it will hurt y'all too, y'all's first time, because it's the girl, you know, she's expanding. The guy, you know, he's going into a very tight, enclosed area. So, I mean, it's going to hurt both of y'all's first time. It hurt me, and it hurt him. And we were really, really good after that. He even bought me an engagement ring. It was like nothing, okay, I don't want to say it was nothing special, but it wasn't anything expensive. It was just like a little green stone or whatever in a ring and all that. And before we actually had sex, he gave me this little heart deal to go on my necklace, like a little heart pendant type thing that apparently his deceased father gave him. And it was supposed to go to the girl that he was going to marry. You know, I'm thinking, you know, okay, he gave me this. Obviously, he sees, you know, like a really big commitment with us. After we had sex, honestly, we were really, really good for a few months. And then I guess he started having urges as to he was getting curious about other girls. So here comes his bad habit again. He starts flirting around with another girl. I find out about it, and I provoke a fight. I start an argument. He ends up breaking up with me, ends up getting with that girl, of course, that night. And I was devastated because this was our like official breakup for that time. We were broken up for that entire summer because this happened at the very end of the school year was our breakup. And so we went the entire summer and maybe like a few weeks into the next school year, and we were broken up. And then our little cycle started again. I was stupid, girls, boys, I was stupid. I was like, okay, you know, keep getting back with him, blah, blah. Because once you have sex, okay, I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all's parents haven't told y'all this by now, they probably will, or they really should. When you have sex, you will have not necessarily an addiction, but you will have a very deep want for it. I didn't believe my mom when she told me this. I thought, oh, you know, whatever, she's full of shit. She's just trying to say this to scare me so I don't do it. No, she was right, because I ended up having like really bad urges to do that, and it made me not proud of some of the decisions I made later on, because instead of saving myself at least 8 months like I did with my first, it would be like a few weeks that I'd be with a guy in a relationship and it would happen. But me and that guy, we were each other's first. We did not work out, okay? We didn't. We were off and on for 5 years, okay? Five years is a pretty long time of being mostly on. And we even had, I think, 2 pregnancy scares. And he was there for me. He was very strong and stable and supportive, but they were just scares. I was not pregnant. And he was a genuinely good guy. However, he was not the guy for me, obviously, because for me, true love means that, you know, there are no second guesses or second thoughts. You aren't going to want to cheat or to talk to other girls. You are going to be all about that person and that person only. That is my personal belief. I don't believe in cheating. I do not believe in just talking to other people, because, you know, even talking and flirting, it is still considered cheating, people, okay? It doesn't have to be physical for it to be cheating. But that was my first time. That was my experience with sex for the first time. And it goes to show that, yes, you can save yourself and you can believe with all your heart that it's going to be okay with that guy, because, you know, he was your first, or even in cases like mine where you're each other's first and you believe even stronger that y'all are going to last and be together forever. I'm not saying that's always going to be the case where y'all are going to break up. That was the case for me, because obviously he had commitment issues, because like I said, this went on for 5 years, that he would break up with me. Like, I mean, I broke up with him like probably twice over 5 years, okay? It was because, you know, he was being a dick, or I found out he was like being flirty with another girl, so I broke up with him. But I mean, there are some cases where, you know, you all will work it out and stay together and be, you know, that perfect couple, and you tell your kids and grandkids y'all were high school sweethearts. That was not my case. However, to this day, I am still friends with, I guess, sort of friends. I'm like on that fine line between here's friends, here's acquaintances. I'm like kind of somewhere in the middle of that with him right now. It's very awkward because we did have such a long, very meaningful relationship. I was his first love. I mean, well, he said I was his first love after a while. Before, he said it was another girl, and then like last summer he said that I was his first love, so I don't know. But I know he was my first love, and definitely whenever you have sex for the first time, you're going to have a very deep attachment to that person, and you're going to want to hate them. And I tried, guys. I tried hating him. After all those times that he broke up with me for other girls, I tried just ignoring him or just being his friends. It did not work because I had that bond with him and I had that strong tie with him. So it was really difficult. But now I'm with someone else, and I'm with someone who I've been together for a year now. And we have never even, like, we've gotten into little tiny arguments, but we have never gotten into a fight. We have never broken up. We have been very loyal and faithful and honest with each other, that we just have had no issues, and we've been together a year now. So I'm happy in the situation that I'm in. However, it made me think now that maybe I should have waited before I tried having sex. I should have chose someone better. I should have chose someone who wasn't constantly breaking up with me. I should have saved myself for someone who was going to want to be with me and only me. Because it sucked and it hurts, and whenever you're attached to someone and they keep treating you like that, it's going to hurt you really, really, really bad. So virginity is definitely a very sacred, special thing, and just be careful who you give that to. You want to make sure it's someone you truly love and want to be with for the rest of your life. I'm not going to lie, I wanted to be with him for the rest of my life. I believed with all my heart that he was the one, even after he put me through all that, because I was young, I was dumb, I was 16, y'all. I mean, come on. He was my first. I had no other experiences. Like, he was like probably my first serious relationship. I mean, I had like teeny tiny, like here, few months here and there relationships. But he was my first serious relationship. He was my first sexual relationship. And I mean any kind of sexual things, anything touchy-feely, under clothes, over clothes, anything like that wise. So I shared a lot of firsts with him, and it was very, very hard to accept, that he was not the one. And it was obvious. He is not a bad I say he's not a bad person. I'm saying that now. He is not a bad person. He was a kid. He was a kid in high school, and boys in high school have issues with commitment and serious stuff like that. And it's really, really hard for them. So I don't think that he was a bad person for what he did. I think that he was just young and dumb and immature, kind of like how I was young and dumb and immature for going back to that and putting myself in the same situation over and over and over, and allowing myself to be constantly broken up with for other girls and just feeling complete heartbreak. It was really hard. And it's definitely something, like I said, just save yourself for someone that you truly know that you're going to be with. And at least, okay, I'm not saying that the first person you have sex with is going to be the person you're with for the rest of your life. I am not saying that one bit. I'm not going to lie to you. I have had sex with 7 different guys. Okay? I am 20 years old, and that is my number, but that is hopefully the number that it's going to stop at, because I'm very happy with my fiance, and I would rather him be the last. I do not want, another person after this. I really don't. But, I mean, just because you have sex with the person for the first time, that's not always going to be like the person you're meant to be with, the person that you have to be with. You need to be with someone who loves you for you, and you need to just love yourself at the same time. You both need to be strong and love each other and love yourselves. And I feel like that is one of the biggest main things to a really good, healthy relationship. Oh, so I really hope this video kind of helped y'all with y'all's questions about, sex and virginity and feelings and love and all that. So if y'all have any other questions, feel free to message me, or if I get a bunch of the same questions over and over, I'll probably make another video. I'm not gonna lie. It's easier for me to make videos and just answer all of y'all's questions all at once like this. So just let me know, and I will try and answer it as best as I possibly can. I'm 20. I'm not wise. I'm not all-knowing. I don't have a ton of experience, but I do have serious experience. So just let me know, and have a good day, y'all.